Hey, good morning, everybody. Hope you had a nice evening. Market just opened, and just need to bring my, let me move this out of the way. I just want to bring over my disclaimer real quick. Hope everybody had a really nice evening. If you're with us today, that's the good news. Amen. God is good. Take a look at the Forex Factory. Mark gave me the green light if we want to play our AI Auto Challenge. There's a $25 gift card at stake. And I don't really see any red flags on today's calendar. So I don't really see any news reports that are going to be an issue on Forex Factory. And the market just opened. We're in some long positions on the Dow. Hey, good morning, Toby. Good to see you, my friend. Let me bring over the disclaimer. Let's see here. Hey, good morning, Rao. Rao's joining us from India. We got this big move up here right at the opening bell. Tremendous amount of volume on the E-mini, about 7,000 contracts per minute. Okay, let me slide over this real quick. I just want to get the CFTC out of the way. This broadcast is really for educational and demonstration purposes only. It's important to know that I am not a licensed financial advisor. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, please consult with a financial advisor and never risk any money that you're not willing to lose. The crude strategy, crude oil, has been red hot. If you're joining us for the first time today, we're showcasing the AI Auto Trader, which is a fully automated trading system that can simultaneously trade numerous instruments. Today we'll be trading all of the index equities, the Dow, NASDAQ, E-mini, and the Russell, along with crude oil and gold. The system can trade on a number of different instruments and time frames. We can make templates to scalp or swing trade. They're fully adjustable parameters in all of our templates. Let's take a look at this Dow trade. Hey, good morning, Dr. Hanson. Hope you have a blessed day today. And the Dow, if the Dow gets through this area of resistance, this one could be off to the races. The Dow, I was looking at the Dow last week, and man, it had a really great week last week. Made a couple $1,000 trading one contract. And let's take a look here. See, what have you done for me lately? Really hot strategy has been the crude oil strategy. Crude oil, the black gold strategy, trading one contract is at 28.77 on my computer. So that one has come to on top of my radar. That black gold. I have a very, very conservative strategy. I'm running it on my copper account, which is a SIM account, and it has a number of conditions that I've added to it to make it super conservative. I might need to loosen it up a little. From the 29th to today, it looks like it hasn't taken a losing trade. It's taken 2 winning trades, and it's up $470. So that's a strategy that I'm continuing to test, enabling a number of instruments. So we know we have crude oil. Our E-mini has kind of been in a semi-slump. And our next best strategy on my computer, and everybody's computer runs a little differently. So with black gold being right up there in the top, then the next one is my 2-minute signal A AI bot. If I compare that to the drone is up 2100 from 429 to 503 to May 3rd. And the bot is up 3734. So the bot looks really juicy. Crude oil and the retirement plan. And number 3 is going to be the Dow Diamond. The Dow Diamond here just recently is up a couple thousand. So we got the Dow Diamond, black gold, and our 2-minute retirement plan, the AI bot, are the 3 that I'm kind of watching today. I'm watching them all, don't get me wrong. Gold was nice during the European session, Rao, huh? I usually love this trade here, this reversal on the ES about 10 minutes after the market opens. It's not unusual for them to give us a head fake and shoot up, only to come crashing down on a big reversal. So that's something that we'll have to keep an eye on. We run a contest, a daily contest every day called the AI Auto Challenge. And the AI Auto Challenge, the way it works is you could pick one of our strategies, and between 10 and 11, we run the strategy, and if yours comes in first place, you get a $25 gift card to Amazon. I'm going to try to take some trades in an Apex account. I'm just kind of waiting to see the direction of the market and let it settle down from this open. Good morning, John. Take a look at that other strategy. I think I had one that I was running in a conservative with some conservative settings. Look at this YM. There it goes. Oh, this market might push up higher by the looks of it. I'm going to attach my stop. Actually, we'll just let it run as is. We'll take a look at the gold chart in just a minute, Rao. And what I wanted to also do today is go back and take a look at the trades on some of our top strategies, and see if we can find a pattern of certain conditions that they all had in common. I like to do that. I like to go back through the daily trades and see what worked and what didn't work. And it always gives us a good idea of conditions that we might want to modify to eliminate some of the risk on our entries. So what we'll do is we'll take a look. We'll go back and take a look at some of our strategies on the entries that they took, and see which ones were working and which ones didn't work. I think as software developers, we're really trying to define risk. And with an automated system, we want to sidestep the losing trades. And that's just another method that we can use to kind of sharpen the axe, so to speak. You can see the Dow is trying to push through. We have an open position on crude oil as well. Let's take a look at crude. Crude has been red hot. I showed you that just a few minutes ago. Let me find my black gold. Here it is. Crude is in a position on the signal A. No. On the black gold. That's the one that's been really hot. The black gold. You can see the black gold took this short. Took this short roll. Last week we had some beautiful trades at the we traded the crude oil inventory report, and we'll try to do the same thing this week. We caught a really nice move down. We've got the potential to make a lot of money on these moves on crude, risking just, I think it's 10 or 15 ticks to make 90. And we can kind of trail our stop in a couple of different nice ways. Okay, here we go. Let the fun begin on the NASDAQ. This is our haymaker strategy that just jumped in. The haymaker, as you know, has a 50-tick trailing stop. So we give it 50 ticks of room, and we shoot for the moon. This was a pretty conservative entry. We have our 50 sloped up, our 15 above it, and also green. So the market structure looks really nice for a long move. RSI line broke up out of that 20. And we're kind of pushing up into an area of resistance. That is a beautiful entry on the haymaker. If we can break through, we might see some daylight here. Got a big bounce right there. A lot of sellers right there. I know there's a little bit of a time delay here on YouTube. You guys saw the bounce before I did. So if you do want to play the AI Auto Challenge, if you don't, that's fine too. I'm kind of focused right now on trying to make some money. Okay, so that one failed, but you know what? It only cost $75, and the trade, could have broken through that area and given us a really nice profit. So to risk $75, it was worth it, in my mind. Let's see our open positions. We got crude in the Dow. And those are two of the strategies that I highlighted this morning. We're crude in the Dow. Yeah, me too, doctor. Let's see what the NASDAQ did overnight. Looks like it took a big move up. Well, not too big of a move up. Let's see that E-mini roll now. Yep, there it is. That E-mini roll. Good chance my cash register jumped into that trade. I don't have it on a Apex account, but the ES did jump in short. That was that roll that I was referring to. The AI drone took it. Let's take a look. Signal A, AI drone. Yes, 5-minute. Signal A, AI drone.
Order submitted.
Cash register. Here it is. I got news for you. I think this thing is going to keep going up. Whoops.
Order submitted.
The Dow and crude. The Dow and crude.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted.
Oh, my stop is way down there on this one. Doesn't want to attach. That 2-minute, the 2-minute on the Nasdaq. Let me add this week into it as well. I think I went as far as the 3rd. Let's. I like to get a "what have you done for me lately" look at the performance. This week let's take a look. AI bot is up 204 for this week. This is the AI bot on the 2-minute. Let's look at the CO Black Gold. Is the hot strategy. And then our YM is down this week big. Had a great week last week. This week it has a drawdown. So let's keep an eye on that 2-minute, and we'll also keep an eye on, Let's put these all three back. Let's keep an eye on the NASDAQ. Tough conditions so far. Doesn't really appear the market found any clear direction. We're going to be patient with this and let it come to us. That 30 range short right there is very difficult right now. There it goes. It took it. It did set up nicely for a short there. Haymaker's going to take another go at it. When you see that 50 turning green and yellow and red and green, that's those are warning flags that we're not in a confirmed trend. Our 15 and 50, it looks like a rainbow. But that changes quick. That can change really quick. Nice, Rao. Let's take a look at the gold chart. Keeping an eye on this haymaker here. If this one starts going down, might catch a 2-minute on a roll because it's a little higher time frame. It's already buried.
Order submitted.
Stop this out. It's a shame. This is what the gold chart looks like, Rao, with our indicators on it. Assuming you got that move up when you hit that winner.
Order submitted.
Here we go again. Our signal B might jump in short. I think I just heard it. Nope. Five contracts. Yeah, Mark Miller, he's I'll tell you, I love watching a Miller time. He yesterday he had the trade copier and he's got, 20 different prop accounts, and he makes big things happen. It's a lot of fun to watch. Uh, Man, I tell you, this is not easy here. Crude trade looks good. Well, the way the market's moving, you'd think Jerome Powell was getting ready to say something. I usually have a daily goal of about $500 on my Apex. If I can reach a 500, I'm good for the day. And try to get a consistent strategy, some consistency. Try to take my best shots on each session. So that's what I'm waiting for. I'm just kind of just waiting to see if something juicy pops up. The black gold does have my attention. The Dow is slowly drifting up. Here's my open positions. The Dow, gold. I'm in a position on gold. The Nuggets in one, Rao. I'll show that trade too. Let's see what position it's in here. It went long, Rao. This is a gold trade. I'm going to make Rao a scalping strategy on gold. How many ticks do you normally go for, Rao? I know you trade about 5 contracts. It is. The market is slow. You know, I'm taking a play out of David Kushner's book here. David Kushner will sit on his hands. I always hear David Wise say something similar, you know, as to the effect that it's better to take no trades than a losing trade. The market is very slow. You're right, Rao. That's I was just saying. It's like Jerome Powell's getting ready to say something, and everybody's just sitting on their hands and waiting. You can see the volume, the contracts per minute on the Nasdaq is. You'd think we were in the dead middle of summer. The summer months historically can be low volume. Gold is creeping up. There's that gold trade, Rao. So we got 10 ticks with a 5 contract strategy. That's $500. What is your profit target on when you trade 5 contracts, Ralph? And how much risk? How many ticks of risk? And what's your profit target? How many ticks is your ATM strategy? This is actually setting up nicely. Hey, there's Charlie. Good morning, Charles.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
There goes the Dow. The 2 minute just jumped in. I've been talking about that one. That was the one that I kind of really like today. It's with this slow moving market. Let's go to the 2 minute AI NQ 2 minute AI bot. No go. It did take a long entry. Our 50 was sloped up. Our 15 was on my entry. It could have been green. Just wick this out.
Order submitted.
A 1-to-1 risk to reward. How many ticks, Rao? I'm just curious. I was going to try to put together an automated strategy that would be similar to your style. I got to fix my green screen. I see my arms are disappearing. What we could do is we could pop in on David Kushner while we're watching the market here. See if he's taking any trades. Wait, maybe we're getting some movement here. See this? It wicked this out, and now it's popping up. This YM trade, I would imagine it's in our profit window. We're just a few ticks from the profit. and this stop. I'll have to check my settings. I might not have the right settings. We don't want our risk to be any more than our reward at this point. We're 5 ticks from the profit target, and are potentially now at their stop down here. We just did an update that has what we call our profit window, where once we come within 5 or 10 ticks of the profit target, our stop will pop in and do an equal distance to our stop. So you're not risking more than you could potentially make. So on this strategy, I need to check that input.
Order submitted.
Fifteen tick target. Gotcha. This is David. This is David Kushner's room. He's trading the money flow tracker. He trades his Apex accounts also on a trade copier. And he's watching crude, gold, the micro NASDAQ, and the Russell. And he has a pretty stringent set of rules that he follows. And he's trading on a discretionary basis. And he's kind of sitting on his hands right now, too. Hey, good morning, Dr. Jeff. Thanks for joining us today. Well, there it is. The Dow finally made it. The Dow went all the way.
Just don't have the volumes. Like we have 10 seconds left in the minute. We only have 173 contracts on RTY, only 1,800 on MNQ, and really low on gold and crude oil.
Potential short roll here on.
So this is not institutional order flow right now. We still don't have the multiple time frame look here on RTY green. The C2, you need the C2 on anything we trade. The rules don't change. They're the exact same rules on all markets. The rules are the rules.
A lot of volatility there. Pretty choppy.
I need this to be green. What do we just do here? Mess this up. Yes, but you have to have the colored background for the 3 time frames to be lined up. The colored background does the 3 time frames. The C2 is the 4th time frame.
Here we
So
go.
if you don't have a background color, but you have the 4th time frame lined up, means that the other time frames aren't.
Here we go with that short roll. Now the 15 and the 50 are both red. Are both green, excuse me. So it probably didn't take that entry. Let's take a look. Yeah. So it passed on that entry. See the volume picking up now. Now we're about 2,000 contracts a minute. Here we go. This was the this is that surge in volume that we kind of look for. That would get us into this one. Let's keep an eye on things. It looks like now the the volume's picked up. Might get some follow through on one of these entries. The cash register up there is hanging on for dear life. Nope. 2 minute. Got nicked out again. Got stopped out. Haymaker's hanging in there. It's sidestepping some bad entries, so that's good to see. It's almost setting up for a short roll. The volume seems to have waned again. There we go. So potentially a signal B entry on the NQ. 30 range signal B. Let's see if we can get the 15 below the 50. So with the 15 about to break underneath the 50, and my LIQUIDITY is pinned down, the 30 range signal B is a starting to show some potential. Let's see. If we got a 30 range signal B. Q 30 range signal B. I'm going to put a couple of conditions and just compare it to the entries that the
Order submitted.
moving average colored, and we'll put it on about 100. Didn't cooperate. Very quietly, this crude oil trade is working its way down. It's kind of a sleeper.
Order submitted.
Looks like we just took a few positions. Crude oil jumped back in on the signal A. The ES is in, the Russell's in, and the Dow is in. The Dow is back in. Signal B. Must be headed up still. So I'm going to put on the signal B AI bot and anticipate this move to the downside. Let's see if we can get into a short trade here. Just had the 15 cross the 50. 1550 cross, and they're both pointed down. They're both sloped down. Now we just need some follow through. Had a nice retracement back up to the 50, and I'd like to see a short roll down. Good morning, Dr. Jeff. Good morning, sir. It's a little like watching paint dry this morning. Sorry about that, but it is what it is. The good news is we haven't really lost any, haven't really taken any trades in the funded account, and we're kind of just observing how the system works here on SIM accounts. Crude oil and gold. Crude oil and the Dow. If I go to my accounts, you'll see the Dow is up of just under 400. And crude is about $150. I'm looking for a short roll on the NASDAQ to pop me into a trade on my Apex. We've kind of been in this cash register trade all morning, so that gives us a good indication that it's a sideways market. there's no direction. Our 50 moving average is going from yellow to red to green, a little like a rainbow. Let's see what David Wise has to say about the SPY. It's really tough right now. Best thing to do is not do anything at all. I'm tempted just to disable that strategy and let's just hold up. David's typing away. I asked David what the SPY is looking like. David, his core methodology is to look at the relative strength of various stock tickers versus the SPY. Gap up and chop so far. He said, watch the VWAP on the 5-minute. We've put our VWAP on the chart. The VWAP is the volume weighted average price, is that pink dotted line I just added. It's very close to the 50 moving average. So he's David's other method, along with the relative strength, he keeps a really close watch of the VWAP on the ES. And that's what it looks like is the channel between that top pivot and the VWAP. So price is kind of bouncing off the VWAP there. Let's see if we can't get this short move here. Love to see all of a sudden a huge burst of volume to the downside. And the Dow is coming. Yeah, Dan, crude oil is working well. I was showing the recent performance of crude oil. And it's one of our top strategies right now, without a doubt. You hit the nail on the head, Dan. We've kind of been holding this position since about 9:30. This short position.
Order submitted.
Okay, the 2-minute NASDAQ actually jumped in another trade. Let's see what it does. It must have went long. Did. Yeah, you're right. It did lose its mojo. Yeah, pre-market looked like it was headed up pre-market. Yeah, had a nice move up pre-market. You're right. All right, I've lost my. Well, now the signal B. In this type of market here, I'm going to switch. I think I'm going to go with my signal A actually. Yeah, that's what we're waiting on, Dan. We're going to wait for it to break out one way or the other. Just getting some really choppy condition right now. The ES is stuck right in that real narrow channel between the VWAP and that pivot to the upside. I'm going to take a really quick bathroom break. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I like that, Dan. It's the only highlight of the day so far is the crude trade. And the Dow is quietly doing well. Oh, our 2 minutes back in. This one's due. I'll tell you. This one is due. Statistically, here goes crude. Nice burst. Nice burst of volume on crude. Wow. Look at crude go. It's a beauty. Staying right in that channel, isn't it? Got in right here. Yeah, pre-market it had that beautiful move up. Took a short entry here with a green 50, green 15. Did it again here.
Order submitted.
A tough market to trade. Great job, Rao. This is a tough market to trade, so that's really great. Looks like we're still in that long entry from God knows when. Okay, it's slowly creeping up on the NASDAQ. I would think a real good position for this target is right below this big area of resistance. The ES is bouncing on that VWAP still. Could catch this short roll on crude right here on a signal A entry.
Order submitted.
All the NQ 2 minutes are in. Russell, Dow, cash register, crude oil.
Order submitted.
It is. There it goes. It's pushing through now. Let's go back right back to our signal B on the NASDAQ. We're just setting up for a long trade. Two-minute signal A has been a really hot strategy. And it's got a good stiff wind at its back here. And it's pushing right up through. Keep going. Well, a retirement plan might be in the trade of the day. If it somehow makes its way through that, and this thing could fly to the upside. We got stopped out on the ES trade. Bounced off the VWAP and now it's headed up.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Looking for a signal B entry here on the NQ30. It needs to push through that pivot. That resistance, if it finds its way through, my thinking is to catch it on the way up. It just appears it has a lot of hurdles to jump here. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah, that thing just kissed right off our profit target. Don't you hate when that happens? I mean, I just closed the position. Okay, got it. Wow, what a trade, huh? Look at that. Oh man, I had my doubts. I got to tell you, that thing looked like it was going through a war zone, like a minefield. Somehow it found its way through. I'm pretty impressed with that one. That was a major push. Just like that, the signal A bot is back in the green. We watched it take, I think it was 3 losers in a row, it was down 500, and it came right back. Statistically, it was due. It sure didn't look promising, I could tell you that. Let's see if we can get into this signal B here. Now we are set up for a long trade. I can even enable my A as well now. I don't want to do that though. Now we're getting some volume. See if any of the NASDAQ signal Bs jumped in. This one, the drone is still in. The drone had the bot move its profit target way in. But the drone itself is still in the trade. That's the artificial intelligence technology. You can see if I go to the 2-minute AI drone, this one here has the profit and the profit target and the stop, spread out. It told the bot, "Hey, move it in. It's a ranging market," and it took I think about a $700 winner. The drone doesn't change its settings, but it's feeding this data to the bot, saying, "Hey, you could have made $900 on that trade." Yep, the movement might have started. Let's see. Maybe we can get into one of these trades. What I'd like to see happen is, ideally, is this NASDAQ come back, retrace to the 50, and then we catch the long on the signal A. We kind of starting to look a little overextended. I think that's maybe why it's not popping into this trade to the long side on the signal B entry. There it goes. It got a full winner. So the 2-minute continues to do really well. The 3 strategies I liked this morning, I didn't take any of them because it just didn't look good. But the 3 that we highlighted are really the 3 that are shining. Retirement plan, the Dow, crude oil. I'm really surprised the 30 range signal B didn't kick in. Let me make sure I have those enabled. My conservative haymaker is down 158. My 30 range hasn't taken a trade. Signal B. Where's the drones? That's the problem. I'm missing my 30 range drone. It's important that you have both the drone and the bot set up. If you don't have the drone running, the bot's not going to take a trade. I must have switched it, is what I did. I've had it in, I wasn't running it. Okay, sorry about that. CL, that signal A jumped in. Anyone get a signal B on the 30 range on that move up? Anybody that's running the AI, let me know if you got a 30 range signal B long trade on this move up. Did your signal B 30 range fire off? Wow, look at that. Look at that. Yep. Just looking over the our three top strategies right now. The 2-minute bot on the NASDAQ, 2-minute signal A AI bot is at $4,426. Curious to see on the analysis. Look at that. Entry time after 10:30. Solid green. Black gold, CL. Just under $4,000. It's a good combination to use in one account. Good diversity if you're using a funded account. The AI, it's the signal A on the 2-minute, signal A AI bot. And the CL10 range black gold. You put them both together.
Order submitted.
And with a very little drawdown, just 1,500. We're just over $8,000 in profit from April 29th to today. Looks like it just took another trade, actually. A short. These are the trades that have a little more risk associated with them. With a 50 slope straight up like that and a 15 to come down, you know, we're taking a counter trend trade. We're kind of calling the top here with the shift in momentum. So out of curiosity, let's go back and let's look at our 2-minute chart on the NASDAQ. This morning I mentioned that I wanted to just look at the entries and see if we could find a pattern of what worked and what didn't work. Yeah, Toby, I noticed that too. Well, I know why mine was. You have to be running the drone with the bot now. They have to be running in tandem. If you're not running the drone, then it's not going to fire a trade. We're getting this big push up again. It's trying to continue up. Let's see what the 30 range chart looks like. Ah, look at that. It took the signal A. Look. Oh, you know what? Let's enable it really quick. The signal A. I'm probably too far off the 50. I think that one's going to pass me by, but we'll see. Toby, did you have the drone running with it in tandem, or were you just running the bot alone?
Order submitted.
Yep, something just fired off. I don't think it's my Apex account. Oh, there goes the haymaker. Wow. The Russell's in a nice one, too. The haymaker's in. Huh. That's strange. All right, right after this trade, we'll go over the trades on the. Why don't we do it on the 2 minute? 2 minutes doing great. The AI bot, 2 minute signal A, AI bot is on a real hot streak right now. Here goes our haymaker. Trying to get into that trade. The haymaker's been hanging tough today. I've got to give that strategy a lot of credit today because in this type of environment, it didn't get chopped to pieces. It hung around, and it now it has the potential to finish. I tell you, that haymaker in a really choppy market today. This one may come back and stop us out, but in these conditions, for that 30 range on the Nasdaq to stay in the game. Excuse me. Okay, sorry about that. Oh, the retirement plan went back in short. All right, so the haymaker's out. The haymaker is, almost a scratch day, minus 125, in a pretty rough environment. And our 2-minute on the NASDAQ is still in this trade short. So you could see our top strategies of the day. So far, the 2-minute AI drone, the retirement plan, the Dow, and crude oil. This crude signal A trade looks good. So we didn't really get into any trades on the Apex, but I was just curious to see on these entries on the retirement plan how they made out. This one here, let's take a look. It's in this short entry it took. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with this trade. But here we had the cross to the upside. An entry very tight to the 50. It looks like the entry is right here. And the 15 is on top. They're both green. And we took a short. Here. The 15 is red. The 50 is red. And it got stopped out up here. That was actually a small profit. We had the trailing stop. And we took a long entry here. And got stopped out. Looks like right around here. Short entry. That was a loser. Short entry. A loser. This was a beauty right here at 8:30, 8:40. All right. So I was just curious to see, how those counter trend trades are working. But one thing that you can never argue with are the results. And this NQ Signal A AI bot, the 2-minute on the 2-minute, has just been trading very well. It's only up $120 today, but it didn't lose any money. We have the Dow Diamond is up about 1,200. And then the other one was the crude oil, the black gold, is up just under $4,000. So tomorrow, let's keep an eye on the black gold and that 2-minute retirement plan. Yeah, the only difference is, Stephen, is the retirement plan is just a regular bot. It doesn't leverage that AI component where the Signal A bot and drone are kind of communicating with one another and putting the best placement for the stop and the profit targets. You could see the performance difference between and they take the same exact entries. The same exact. They're linked together. The drone, without moving the stops and targets, is at 1938. The bot that adjusts it is at 4292. So having that AI component to it, where it adjusts the stop and the profit targets, is working really well with the 2-minute on the NASDAQ. It performs twice as well. It's twice as good. So seeing that, and gives us a good indication of what's working and what's not. And I was just looking on one way that we could see what entries really look the best, the juiciest, is we just go back and look at our chart and we plot with our text and markers. We plot our executions, and then we can see where the entries were. And hey, what do these have in common? Well, this one here was above the entry was above the 50. The 15 was green, and it went up. And then our short entry kind of wicked us out right here. It looks like we might have had a nominal win, a very small win, small profit. So I just like to go back on my charts each day for each one of the strategies, and if I see that, hey, it doesn't do well when it takes trades when this or this, or if the 50 is green or that is red, or whatever it is that you recognize. And then what I like to do is I set up a duplicate strategy, like I did in this copper account. If you go to my strategies, I have one running in an account called Copper. This one right here. And the Copper one lost $3.56 today. And the difference with it is it's kind of a slight variation to the black gold template, which is doing really well. And I just added some conditions into it that looking at the performance of the black gold versus this one, I would much rather have the black gold. So, it didn't work out as I had thought it would, and black gold did better. But based on what my entries looked like, back testing this and looking at the entries that are plotted on my chart, I try to filter out some of the losing entries by checking off the conditions in my strategy parameters. So really the ones that are doing the best came out on top today. I don't think there was any real surprises. The NQ 2-minute got on the board. The YM got on the board, is still getting on the board. And crude oil took some beautiful trades. It's in a trade now that's up almost $500. So that's pretty much the story of the day. Did that answer your question, Stephen, about the 2-minute? The 2-minute is the same as the retirement plan, but the AI bot and drone are using that AI component, where a retirement plan is not. Its inputs are static. All right. Well, I wish it was a more exciting day. The market really didn't cooperate much with us today, but we'll give it a try, God willing. We'll be back tomorrow. So I hope everybody has a blessed rest of their day, and that you'll come back and join us tomorrow. Have a great afternoon, everybody. So long.